Co-chairs, thank you. Members of the committee, thank you. It's an honor to be invited to speak, and I'll just be very brief because I know you have lots of work to do. So again, I want to thank you for allowing me to just say a few words. This is an issue that is near and dear to all Alaskans, both the Permanent Fund and the PFD, as we know. And it's been an issue that has caused some consternation for all of us as we try and work through what these items are going to look like going into the future. And just a couple of things. I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you luck in working through this process. I know that once a final decision is made as to where we're going to go with the PFD and the Permanent Fund, I think it opens up all kinds of avenues and possibilities for us all to work together to move Alaska forward. But it's an issue for all of Alaskans. About 660,000 Alaskans are eligible for the Permanent Fund dividend. The Permanent Fund itself impacts all Alaskans, so it's roughly 730,000 people. And the dividend has been in place, as we know, since 1982, but the discussions about the dividend predate that for many, many years, going back even before Governor Jay Hammond's concept on Alaska Inc. and selling shares or giving shares to Alaskans. And we know that the program came into existence in 1982. We're talking about the dividend program. And it worked well for many, many years until our oil revenue started to fall. And so now we have this discussion between what revenue we're going to have for government and what transfers are we going to have from the Permanent Fund, earnings reserve of the Permanent Fund to the people of Alaska. It's been my position, as we know, it's no secret, that we continue to follow the laws. The issue is we've got two sets of laws on the books now. One dealing with SB 26 and the POMV, and one dealing with the decades-old calculations for the Permanent Fund. I think it's a worthy discussion and to look at where we're going to go with this process, both the earnings reserve and the PFD into the future. And again, I would encourage us all to look at the history. There are still some folks around that were intimately involved in this. Senator Halford was around, Senator Glenn Tilling was around, and Representative Dick Randolph and others that I have left out have been around. And so these would be individuals that I think would serve your work well also if you had if they were invited to speak before you. We can't get through this without working together. We know that. The legislature can pass a bill. The governor either signs the bill or vetoes the bill if depending upon what the bill looks like and what the body and then what the governor believes the bill will have in terms of impact on the state of Alaska. But in the end, we really can't get anything done without the people of Alaska. And as I've said before, we're one of only 24 states that has a repeal and initiative process embedded in our Constitution. The framers put that in the Constitution. Governors didn't make that up. Legislators didn't make that up. That was part of the deliberations during the Constitutional Convention. What role do the people of Alaska play in their government? And they decided that they were going to allow the people of Alaska to have a greater role in a direct democracy process. Again, that's the initiative and repeal process, the referendum process. So the point I'm trying to make is we all have to be on the same page and moving in the same direction. If we're not, we don't get the issues dealt with. And so we need to have the people of Alaska with us. There are two sets of statutes on the books. It's been my contention to follow those two sets of statutes, the decades-old calculation for the PFD as well as SB 26, and then have a conversation with the people of Alaska. And that's what I'm hoping, and I think what your group is going to be doing is having a conversation with the people of Alaska as to what the history is, what were the discussions, where we are now in terms of our fiscals and the size of our budget, and where we want to go in the future. And again, that's the part I wish you all the best with. I truly believe, and I know you do too, in the people of Alaska. It's a small state. We know everyone in the state of Alaska, whether you're in Barrow or Ketchikan or out in Dutch Harbor or up in Fairbanks. We run into people that we know from all over the state, different parts of the state. And it's a small enough state that we can have discussions. But in the end, everything we do is for the people of Alaska. And we've got to maintain that trust with the people of Alaska in terms of following our statutes. If we want to change the statutes, I think we have to, especially in this particular case, I think we have to engage the people. Now, there have been people that have said, well, that's what they elect us for, is to go down to Juneau and make the hard decisions. That's true, But again, you have embedded in the Constitution the referendum, the initiative and repeal process, which the framers said, once again, if we look at the minutes of the Constitutional Convention, that the people should have a role, and in some cases, a final say. And so, once again, we believe that we can get through this process with engaging the people of Alaska in a vote of the people. I think it's a worthy discussion, once again, as to where we're going to go with the PFD and the earnings reserve of the permanent fund. The corpus, of course, is protected constitutionally. But we have to take into consideration what the people of Alaska want on this particular issue. 99% of the work we do in Juneau, the people of Alaska has basically said, you guys do it. We're too busy with our lives, we're too busy with our jobs, and that's your role. But when it comes to something of this magnitude, that's been around for decades, that impacts virtually every Alaskan, I think it behooves us to really think about engaging the people in a positive manner. And so with that, again, I just want to wish you nothing but the best. Our staff is available if you want them to assist in any manner. And all of Alaska is, I think, hoping that what comes out of your committee is going to be good for Alaska, for not just for today, but for some time to come. So with that, appreciate your time. And again, good luck. Thank you.